friends. So before you judge me, okay, so I'm just gonna wear this for this reading. I bought this ring from the cutest old lady ever at an art festival. She was selling them for 25 cents, so me and my friend bought two, and like gave her the whole $1, and she was like, oh, thank you. But okay, you guys, my friend thinks this is a flower, and that this is the leaf, and I was like, no, dude. No, it's an ice cream cone, you know? And she's like, no way, no, it's a flower. So what do you think? Is it a flower and this is the leaf, but like it's brown? Or is it an ice cream cone? I'm going with ice cream cone, right? Anyway, so we're going to do another, hopefully quick, I really need to get myself a timer, because it didn't work very well last time, but hopefully a quick reading of Future Spouse. I'm going to concentrate mainly on what they look like and just like, you know, how to spot them. So we have group 1, 2, and 3. So go ahead and pause the video if you want to decide. And we'll get started with group 1. Oh, and before we get started, I also want to say thank you so much for you guys, have a couple of you, multiples of you, not just one at this point, has asked me if I have like a donation thing. Like at this point, I literally make like $1 something a month. Before it was just nothing, so I was like $1 a month. Oh my! Just kind of do it for fun, but and it never occurred. I don't know. I don't want to take your guys' money, you know. But I don't know. You guys have asked like a couple times, so if I do, I will put up a PayPal. I'll just put a link like in my little about section, you know, the description section, and just. Thank you so much if you even want to donate. Like, that's so nice. Like, literally, please don't make it too much because I don't want to feel bad. Like, just buy me, like, a coffee or something, you know? I'm actually going to be probably putting up, like, a few videos that have nothing to do with tarot, but I actually have, like, quite a few channels, and I'm kind of, like, just condensing them all. I don't know why I have so many, and the videos are actually doing, like, really well, like, way better than I thought they would. And one of them is being used in Google Classroom, and it just kind of like annoys me, like in a way, because I'm like, what? Like, I actually did put a bunch of work into this, and I know I just wanted to share knowledge, but it just kind of, I don't know, it kind of irks me that it's like being used and it has like all these views, and I'm like not making a dime from it, and like people are actually using it in their jobs. So I'm actually gonna be putting that on there, and then I have another. Like, you guys can skip this if you don't care, but I'm just kind of explaining, so you're going to see, like, a couple videos just pop up randomly in my videos, like my uploads, but the other one is actually, and if you know anybody, this is why I made it. I used to work by myself all the time. I mean, I would be alone in a building with random strangers coming in as customers, and I'm all alone. And I would have to deal with these people, and it was honestly really, really scary at times because it would be late, it would be really early, you know, no one's there, it's just me, everyone knows it's just me. So I actually made a video because they didn't have this, and I still haven't found it, where it's just someone talking, and it's literally me talking to someone on the phone, and I just recorded myself. So that it sounds like there's someone in the other room. So, you know, you can you get like a Bluetooth speaker, you can place the Bluetooth speaker in the other room, you know, out of, you know, view of your customers, and it can sound like someone is actually in the other room having a phone call. And that's literally all I made it for, but it's blowing up, and I think it's because people are downloading it to just have background noise, like for their projects. And so it's like, well, you know, if you guys are downloading these all for that, then I might as well make a couple bucks, right? So I'm going to put it on this channel because this is my only channel that's like monetized. Just because, like, on all my other stuff, like, just, I don't care if people are using it just to learn and use. Like, I didn't want, it's a, you know, I'm never going to charge anybody for this. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. But that does kind of annoy me, like those two videos, because people are actually using them for their own financial gain. So I at least want to, like, you know, at least make something out of it then. But all the other stuff, like my educational stuff and whatever, like, I don't care. Like, it's out there for people to learn. But anyway, I've rambled on enough. But I'm just letting you know that is why I'll have some super non-tarot reading videos popping up in my uploads every once in a while, because I'm just kind of condensing some stuff, okay? group one. Alrighty, you guys chose the cute little duckies. Oh no, those are chickies. Okay. Trying a new thing where I do like all the tarot-y cards first, even though I'm not really going to read them as tarot, but hey, whatever. Okay. What else? Let's see if we're in view. All right. Okay, so first of all, hair, I am feeling it's going to be pretty blonde, if not like gingery blonde, strawberry blonde, because even this cat here is like a ginger cat, you know? So we have like ginger hair here, ginger cat, blonde and blonde. So we'll see what else we get. Also, the little duckies are blonde, but you know, that wasn't really part of it. Okay, so I'm feeling very watery, so your person might be a, well, we have Cancer here, could be a Scorpio, I'm feeling that pretty well, or a Pisces. We also have two cats here. Now, when cats pop up, sometimes they symbolize, like, a Leo to me, because there's a, you know, the lion is usually representing Leo. Okay, but you know what's weird? There's a lot of... So, okay, there's a lot of, like, threes in this picture, which is interesting because it's 2 of Wands, but we have, like, a lot of threes going on. So we have, like, the 3 leaves on this leaf here. We have the 3 there, the 3 stars. We have 3 leaves, 3 flowers, and then we have 3.5, but 3 full stars in that card, too. So that could mean a lot of things. So it could mean that they could be born in March. They could be 3 years different in age from you. They could have 3 kids. All right, so there's also, yeah, there's like a lot of water, so it could be that they live near water, or when you meet them it'll be near water, but water could have something to do with it, besides just like the water signs, you know. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see. Okay, so we have more blonde, so it could be obviously lighter hair. Could be a Libra, because it's the justice there. Or they could have Libra or a water sign, you know, in their charts. I'm just going to pull, like, all of these and just see. Okay, so we have Scorpio. So, again, the water sign. So they could be a Scorpio or a Cancer, or have that, like, as their moon or rising. You know, like a more up higher in the chart. Again, we have the lighter hair. We have blonde. And let's see what... So in this picture, it's very clear that she has blue eyes. I wasn't sure if it was like really green, but it's blue eyes, which does make sense because we have a lot of blue going on. So we have blue. This is like purple, blue. She's got blue eyes, blue. There's pretty much blue like in every one of them. So, which would make sense because they would have lighter hair as well. And yeah, we have the blonde, and this is like strikingly blonde. It's also interesting that there's a lot of crowns going on in here. So we have, and like this, because it's like bringing focus to like his head, you know? But there's a crown there, a crown, and she's got a crown as well. So, it, you know, it could be that their hair is actually like very distinctive. Like maybe they have like really fluffy hair, you know, or really curly, or like a fro type hair where it's just like something distinctive when you see them, you know. Or that they wear like a decoration on their head a lot, like a hat, or they like to wear clips in their hair, or a flower in their hair, or a bandana a lot, or headbands, you know, something like that where there's something to do with their hair. So it's bringing attention to the hair, and that not only the hair but like the head. So like there's some sort of decoration on their head. You know what I mean? It sounds weird, but it's like, you know, a hat or something like that. That like, even if they don't wear it all the time, but maybe that's like when you first meet them, there's something to do with that. So just remember that and keep that in your mind there. And again, the Leo too. So don't forget that I said that. So that could be again in their chart. or just like, you know, have a very Leo-like personality, you know. Okay, let's see what else we got. So we have my lyrics one, just for fun. Let's see. So we have tennis shoes, don't even need to buy a new dress. If you ain't there, ain't nobody else to impress. By Beyonce. So that kind of tells me that they're not really like the most fanciest person, you know what I mean? Even though you might think that, like with the crowns, right? But it's more like, who walks around with a crown? It's not really a crown, it's like hats or something, right? But I feel like they're more like, they're not super fancy or really, you know, high maintenance where they take an hour to get ready and they have to like trim their hair every 3 days or something. I feel like they more just, you know, they're not that, I don't want to say superficial, but you know what I mean? Like, they're not that concerned about what people think about them, like appearance-wise, which tells me that they are pretty confident. And I mean, we do have a lot of queens. I mean, we have these 2 queens here, you know? So, you know, they're obviously pretty confident, so I like that. But I'm not getting too much on, like, where they would live besides I see a lot of water, you know? Like, she's, like, literally in the water. Like, she's almost, like, a part of the water. So it could be, like, very, very close to the water. Or they have, like, a house on the lake or near a river or whatever. Okay, let's see what our very last ones are. Okay, so is physically active and likes to use their middle name. So either they go by their middle name or they, you know, use their actual middle name, you know, like Nicole Ann or, you know, Jeremy Brian. Is Brian a middle name? I mean, it could be, I guess. But you know what I mean? For some reason. Or it could be like a, like JB, JR, where they also just go by 2 initials, which is their first and middle initial, you know? Okay. All right, let's see what the charms want to tell us. I'm going to try to only pick like a few. It never really works, but like we'll try. Okay, I got only a few, I guess. Okay. Ooh. Interesting that like there's right away there's 2 money. Like it's 2 coins. Even though this is a flattened coin, it's still a coin. Okay, so something to do with money. Maybe you could meet them shopping, or they have a lot of money, or you meet them through something where you're investing or they're investing. Something to do with money and maybe the transfer of money. Okay, so maybe you could hire them, maybe, you know how that goes with the plumber. No, I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Oh, okay, we have a, is this a, wait a minute. Is this a 6 or is it a G? Or is it a 9? Oh dear. You know what? It's up to you guys. I really have no idea. I probably should have like paid attention to that, but I was just like charms, threw them in there. I'm gonna go ahead and just leave that up to you guys. I'm not really sure. Is that a 6? Is it a G? Is it a 9? I don't know. Okay, so, whoa, okay, interesting that it's all like very circular, right? So this is, to me, the World card. So it could mean that you meet them traveling. It could mean that they're traveling or they're from somewhere else. You're from somewhere else. Well, obviously you would be from, that doesn't make sense. But you know what I mean? Where it's something like, or they work for an airline. They could be a pilot. It's something to do with global, the world, right? I'm not going to necessarily take it as a World card because, like I told the universe, these readings aren't like tarot readings. They're clue readings, right? So something to do with that. So they could be something like that, or they work on airplanes, maybe not necessarily, you know what I mean? It's something to do with international, something like that. Oh, okay. I like that one because it's the scarab beetle, right? But to me it's more like rejuvenation, right? I know it's more like spiritual usually, but this one, I kind of take it as like a change, okay? So maybe they used to like do this and then now they're not, and this is how they're going to meet you. But there's something interesting about that where it has to do with a change, Okay, so either you're making a change or they are. You guys could be marrying each other, but like you could be changing a job maybe, or a position, changing your location. I don't know. There's a lot of things that could be changed, obviously, right? But after this change is how you're going to meet them. Oh, also change. Change. Wait a minute. That's like change. Oh, what does that have to do? Like, there's something to, like, change. Like money change, you know? Like, here's your change, sir. Like, maybe you work like retail and this is how you're gonna meet them? Like, they're gonna be your actual customer? I'm not sure. Something to do with change. And I could technically take it as 51, okay, because this is a penny, a smushed penny, and then this is a $50. So if 51 means anything, wait, 5 plus 1 equals 6. You guys, I think I'm getting a little too cryptic here. I don't know. But there's a lot of situations that could be going on apparently, but it could have to do with 516. That could be an area code as well. And change. What the heck? I mean, it came up upside down, so we won't really read it, because normally this just means like a roller coaster, but I'm taking it as yeah, money. That's actual like money to me, okay? So let's ask, we're gonna ask the pendulum 2 questions. How about that? So we'll do the eye color and then we'll do another one. I try not to like do it too hard. It takes so long, you know, so I try to swing it a little more gentle. I mean, my goodness, sometimes it takes like a whole minute. Okay, so we're looking for the eye color. Give us the eye color for the viewer to be looking for. I'm gonna guess blue or lighter, but hey, let's find out. Contacts are also a thing, you know, so it gets complicated. All right, looks like I was right. So it says blue, so it agrees. Okay, so blue and lighter hair, which means probably lighter skin. Okay, so one more clue, please and thank you. What do we have? One more clue. Makes them easy to spot. Something the viewer will know. Okay, it's staying. Okay, so they have a pet. So this will be something like, you know, obvious, right? Or something that will help you for some reason. This is the one that they want you to know. The universe wants you to know, okay? So maybe like you'll see them on a walk with their dog, or you somehow meet them this way. Maybe that is how you meet them. I'm not sure. So has a pet, okay? So they have blue eyes, light hair, probably lighter skin. What else did we have? Let's just, okay, so they probably are a water sign. Something to do with their head, right? Like a decoration of some sort. Physically active. And likes to use their middle name. Remember that. Okay. And those were all like the main clues. Something to do with 3 as well. So don't forget that, okay? Could be like maybe you meet them in 3 days, 3 months, you know, 3 years, 3 weeks maybe. All right. So that is what I have for you. Thanks so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and hope you guys take care and have a good night. Hi, group 2. Alrighty. You guys chose a little bunny. Let's see what we have. Okay. Alright. Let's get these 2. Alright, so first off the bat, I want to say that your person is taller. I'm not saying they're like a giant. I'm not saying they're like 9 feet tall or something. They might not even be like over 6 feet tall, but they're going to be taller to you. Like if you are a short person, then this person's gonna be definitely taller than you. Or if you're like pretty tall, then your person is also gonna be pretty tall, if not taller than you, okay? And you know, there's a lot of tall going on. We also have these like graphs going up and up, right? Your person, like, I'm not feeling that they're like tall, so tall that they're like literally like you know, floating in space, but I feel like they have some sort of point of view like that, and it's not to do with their height. I feel like it's like either they could be like a skydiving. I don't know why that pops up first, but skydiving, like a teacher, you know, or instructor, is that what they call them? They could be like working with like outer space. I'm not sure, but I feel like it's not really outer space. Like it's something like obscure where if they do something, it's like they work on the photographs where they add color to the photographs or something like that. I don't feel like they're actually in space. Does that make sense? But I feel like they could technically be like a helicopter pilot, or, you know, like a skydiving person, something where they get like some sort of view often, right? But they're not actually in outer space. Like I'm not feeling that. I don't know why, but I'm feeling like, no, that's not, don't go in that direction. But it's something like they're pretty high up. Like either they work or live somewhere very high. Like I'm not saying like, oh, a few floors up. Like their office is seriously on like the 60th floor or something crazy, you know? Do they even go that? Yeah, I think they do. How high do buildings go? Like levels? I mean, they go up to 60, right? I'm not near that tall of buildings all the time. I'm not... It just seems 60 seems like a lot, but I think they go even higher, don't they? Oh, scary. Okay, so, and we do have the 1111 card. I always point that out when it comes up, just because it always is like a good card to have. For some reason, I'm feeling like this card in particular, I don't know if it's because of like the single pentacle, but it's making me feel like their eyes might be green, because it's a very green card. I don't know, but we do have two kings right next to each other, so that could mean like you and your person, right, if you're like both the same gender, or it could mean that your person is actually quite like, they have high standards, and it's not like, oh, they're super high maintenance or anything, but they hold themselves up to a really high standard, and so therefore you have to too, right? Like that makes sense. So they're very particular about like who they are. Like they have like really good integrity, I feel like. Like they make decisions according to who they have to fall asleep as, and not necessarily like, oh, like superficial and material goals. Like they're like, no, like I'm not gonna do something if it makes me feel guilty, right? This kind of tells me, we'll see what else we have, because I could be wrong, but this is telling me that they're kind of in between two worlds, okay? Or that you guys are quite opposite, but I don't feel that way, because I feel like, I mean, it could be maybe not in like integrity wise, like maybe that's what makes you guys very, you know, compatible, because maybe you both have high standards for yourself, but maybe like your appearance is really different from each other, right? So it could be like maybe, you know, very two different cultures coming together, or like where you legitimately look very different from each other, like physically too. Or, you know, two very different aesthetics, kind of, like how you like things. Like, you know, one could be very, very girly and one's very, very manly, you know, in that sense, kind of like that. Like where, but you still obviously get along, obviously, because this is your future spouse. But it's something like that. Either that, so it's not that, and you guys are like very similar, you meet in your field or something, right? Then right now, then your person is going through some sort of like decision making, maybe. I'm not really sure, but there's some sort of thing that's going on, like it's mental. It's more mental, right? And it's not like bad, good. It's just like a decision that they have to make, I feel like. Let's see what else we have. Okay. So this is one of the very, very, very few cards that has a ginger, very strong strawberry hair. And this also is very reddish feeling, right? Like dark gingery. So they could either dye their hair that color, or they do have a very gingery, soft, you know, like orange kind of glow to their hair. But it's kind of brown too, I feel like. We have the Pisces card, which makes sense because this gives me Pisces vibes a whole bunch, right? And with the tall thing, remember how I was saying the tall, right? Like tall, very interesting. So we have like two, these are like two bars next to each other, right? Then we have the two and the two. Then she's got these like legs that she's like totally showing off. So again, with the height, either that, or if it's a female, you know, I mean, I guess not. Men are starting to, you know, show off their legs too. And I'm not against it, you know, whatever. They have nice legs and they're like not afraid to show it. Like they have nice legs. And either it might just be that they're like very tall, and tall, nice, like slender legs, you know, where it's almost like model type, you know, like the typical catwalk type. They have nice legs. Or it's something, maybe they have like awesome tattoos or something about them, you know. But there's something about their legs for sure, and I'm feeling the height thing with it. Like nice and long legs. Okay, we have, you're not gonna do some like, you know, song and dance for somebody? You're not gonna do some like, you know, song and dance for somebody. Interesting. So again, that's given me the whole feeling of like, you and your person, I feel like, are very, no, like I'm not gonna do something if someone asks me to, or even if it would make me money or give me fame or whatever it is that other people would jump for. I'm not gonna do that unless I actually want to. Like if I'm gonna dance, it's gonna be for me, not for somebody. I like your person, and therefore I like you, because you're probably very similar. And that's a good way to be, you know? And that is going to make your relationship like way super strong too. Because they're not going to cheat on you, because they have to sleep with themselves every night. They have to go to bed knowing who they are and waking up, you know? And they don't like mess around with that. That's something that you can't necessarily get back, like your own peace of mind, right? So that, you know, your guys are solid when you guys are together. Okay, let's see what else we have. Okay, spends their money quickly and has more vowels than consonants in their last name. Now that's quite unusual, and that would be pretty easy to find out. Like especially it would probably begin with a vowel then, right? So that knocks out like a lot of last names. They have more vowels than consonants in their last name. So just remember that, right? I mean, I guess not, because it could be like Woo or something, or Lee, where it's like E-E and only has one letter. So whatever it is, just, you know, keep that in mind. Spends their money quickly. Now, interesting, because we have, you know, two kings. So I'm not too concerned about that, right? It's not like, and they have integrity. So although they spend their money quickly, they probably make their money quickly, and they have like the confidence to know that it will come in as well. So maybe they're good at like investing. So it's not necessarily like spending, but maybe it's like going quickly because they're doing things with it, right? It's not a bad thing. I don't take that card as a bad thing, but it's a good sign to look for, right? Like if this person has money and they spend it freely, that's a good sign. Okay, let's see what charms want to tell us. One of these days, I'll get a better bowl. Trying to just get a few this time. This bear likes to come up. It's very attention-seeking. Okay, so first of all, we have SpongeBob. Now, I like SpongeBob. Now, this is perfect because SpongeBob does have integrity. I know he seems goofy and all of that, but this is why I love SpongeBob. He won't do something if he thinks it's wrong. If he thinks it's mean, or he stands up for people, even if he doesn't need to, you know, he's just SpongeBob. All he knows is to just be SpongeBob, and that's it. No one can tell him who to be. No one can tell him when to dance. He will dance. Not to Squidward's clarinet probably, but he will dance when he wants to. Okay? I like that we also have this little boombox. It just kind of goes along with what I'm literally just saying. Like, they bring their own music. They dance when they want to dance, not for somebody, but for themselves. Okay, we have the lion, all right? That tells me Leo pretty much, or strength, right? But it mainly tells me Leo a lot. But strength is a perfect card for your person as well. So, yeah. Let's see, like, what? So we had the ginger, right? I wanted to see, I never checked this card. Okay, I can't really tell what color hair they have. I wasn't positive, but lions, they have like the ginger hair, right? They have the orange mane. So again, it's like a beautiful gingery color. I mean, seriously, look at that one. Where is that card? She has really pretty hair. Like, it's a really pretty color, right? It's really nice. Oh, and look at this. That is so funny. This has to be why this color came up. It's the red-orange color, right? Oh my gosh, that's so funny. So your person definitely has ginger hair, no doubt about it, I'm telling you. Or they dye it like, you know, maybe a bright red or something, or a pink color. It's definitely like an orangey pink, because like when you dye your hair pink, it just kind of turns into orange anyway before you dye it again. So, yeah, I'm definitely getting ginger, like, all the way, okay? All the way. I'm surprised we didn't just get Patrick, you know, because he's pink. But I feel like SpongeBob is definitely, like, the integrity character, you know? Okay, so we also have an O, so don't forget that. Oh, interesting. Maybe their last name begins with an O, or there's a lot of O's in it, because we had that more vowels thing, right? And then we have my little teddy bear. Now, that basically just tells me childhood or comfort. So one or the other. You could maybe know this person from childhood and forgot all about them, or you know exactly who I'm talking about. Or it could mean that the first time you see them, it could, you know, maybe they give you a gift. Like maybe you've been talking, maybe you meet them online or something, and then when you first meet them, there's something to do with a teddy bear. So just keep your eye out on that. There could be a couple meanings for that. But if not, you know, their name could actually be Teddy as well. Ted, something similar. Okay, so that is for you to decide. Now let's ask the pendulum. We're going to ask it 2 questions. So first we're going to ask for another clue, and then we'll ask for eye color as well. I'm going to guess green, only because that's... Oh, and look at all the green we had too. So... Oh, and the green circle there, that's kind of like an eye. Alright, so this one we're asking for a clue that the viewer can use to spot them. One more clue, please. It's like in this corner today. It landed on that 3 times, I want to say. Which is unusual. It never does that. I don't know what's happening. I'm not wearing anything magnetic, I swear. Okay, so they have a pet. Okay, so easy to find out. Maybe they have a pet cat that is very similar. Maybe he's like a ginger cat, right? Yeah. I don't think we had any other, like, animals like cats, right? Oh, we do have this bird in a cage. And we have the fish too. But this bird in a cage, so maybe they have a pet bird? They could. Or maybe, I don't know. But, yeah, so it has a pet, so you could meet them, you know, maybe when you first meet them, you talk about your pets, or, you know, they're walking their dog when you first meet them, or on your first date, you take their pet out for a walk, you know. So, that's a clue for you. Okay, now we're gonna get the eye color. I'm trying not to like swing it too hard, you know, because it takes so long. I'm trying to do it more gentle. Okay, so give us a good eye color. And I swear if you land in that corner, we're doing it again. Although it's green and that would prove me right, but now I just set myself up. Oh no. Oh, see, now it's like, what do I do? Because she just yelled at me. All right. So we have brown. So I was wrong, okay? Either that or maybe they have brown eyes and they like to wear green often, you know, contacts. Or I was just totally wrong. I just have a lot of green. So they could have green hair, maybe they dye it, you know, or they wear a lot of green. Maybe their house is green. There's something to do with green. I was just going with eyes, you know, but we have a lot of green, okay? All right? But they have apparently brown eyes, okay? And tall, pretty tall, remember? Probably ginger hair or very brownish, like, and could dye it maybe, you know, with some red, something like that. I'm feeling very reddish, pinkish hair, okay? Orangish hair. Probably Pisces in their chart. And has very nice legs, remember that? And there's something to do with like the height. Remember the high up, the perspective. So I'm feeling like they do something that has to do with height, even if it doesn't seem like relevant to you right now, that clue, but maybe it will when you hear more about their job or something like that, where that would make sense. Or they live high up, they live high in a mountain, they have a nice view, maybe they live above a valley. There's something like that where they have almost a bird's eye view of the world, or that, you know, of an area. All right, so that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it helped. Comment, like, subscribe, and I hope you guys take care and have a good night. Hi, group 3. See what we got. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. All right, so we have Libra and Sagittarius right here, right away, and Aries. All right, all right. Okay, these right away tell me that your person is, I wouldn't say like analytical, where they're gonna nitpick and all that stuff, but they enjoy the details. They like the details. They probably like mini stuff, you know, the very mini. They probably like collect the mini stuff. I also love mini stuff, as you can tell, of this giant bowl of many things. But or they, you know, they're very detail oriented. Like their job, they like to do the things that no one else really likes to do, right? They like the planning, they like the checklists, they like the dotting and the crossing of their I's and T's, you know? Very curious, like, but also mysterious. Your person intrigues me. They really do. They're interesting. Huh. I feel like they possibly come from a large family, or they belong to like a group, or that could be like both, right? They're likable, they're very likable, and they like to be a part of stuff. Like they might have like a bowling team. I don't know why that came up, but I feel like bowling could be a thing that they do. Or like some sort of club that they belong to, you know, where it's like you get together once a week for a couple months, or whatever, once a month for the rest of your life. I don't know. It's something like that. Or like bingo. They could like bingo. Oh, and this kind of looks like a bingo card, kind of. It's something like that. Like they like to get together and do something with people. Like it's fun. They, you know, bring snacks or whatever it is, you know? You get to chat it up with people. I could say that they're like a scientist. I mean, they could be, but scientist is like hard to say. Like when you think of a scientist, I don't know. You think of like 3 professions, but it's something like data or forensics or even like computer data. There's something about details that they enjoy. Like the binary coding or something, where I could care less about that. All I want to do is play the video game. I don't care about how that was made. Like binary stuff, forget about it. I don't care. I'm out. I'm too old. Just leave me alone. You know, but they could be really about that. You know, the coding stuff, something very similar to that, and you could put that into any, like, you know, occupation kind of, where it doesn't have to be technology, but it's something like they love the boring part where I would think it's boring, but they love it. They find satisfaction from it, you know. I also feel like these two cards right here, if you look at their feet, so she's like halfway in and halfway out of the water, and then this one, there's only one foot. I feel like your person is in a transition, like they're in the middle of doing something, like of changing something, right? And I say that a lot, but I don't know, maybe people just change, they make changes a lot, I don't know. But for some reason that's like important to you, that's going to be relevant for you to know this or to be aware of it or whatever. It's a clue for you. It's like, it could be like a major change where, I don't know, they're like in the middle of something where they're kind of like kind of bogged down right now, and then maybe for some I don't know, for some reason that's important for you to know. So keep your eye out for that, or, you know, I don't know. Oh, I forgot. There's your little ladybug guy. Okay, so we have the Fool. So she's got dark hair here, but then in this one it's kind of like in between, we're not really sure. He's got like no hair, and then they both have blonde hair, and then they have dark hair. I don't know. I feel like this could be one of those types where they give me both because it's someone who has dark hair and they bleach it blonde, or someone who has blonde hair or lighter hair and they dye it darker. Okay, so it's something like they're both, because they're naturally this one, but their actual hair is a different color. Does it, you know what I mean? So I feel like that's the case. So that's a clue for you. So it's like they're not naturally whatever color they are. They're like almost the opposite, okay? Okay, so we have Libra. Oh, and it's like underneath the Justice, so that makes sense. So they could have a little bit of all of this in their chart, and probably Libra is probably higher up, if probably their sun sign. Let's see what else we see. I'm feeling like a lot of purple and a lot of red, and I feel like a lot of, like, all the Libras that I know, actually, their favorite color is purple. So that could be like important for you to know, because there is a lot of purple going on. And then we have like the two red, but there's purple, 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 and then she's wearing red. They're all pretty much, she's got red wings. There's something to do with purple, like maybe their bedroom is painted purple, or something is purple, very like, so I don't know, something where you're like, oh, that's the purple, you know, very purple. And it's something that you'll like, you know, this is for when you first kind of meet them, not 5 years down the road. This is like for you to notice when you first start talking to them. So keep in mind purple, because I feel like that's important. Okay, so we have, you're part of my identity, here for infinity, Rihanna. So I don't think that's really like giving us a clue. I think that's just like, maybe that's just like for you, because maybe you've like been cheated on a couple times. Maybe that's why you're watching this, to see like if you're even ever going to be with somebody. But they're here for infinity. Like, once you meet them, that's it. You know, it's your spouse. They're not going to marry you just to divorce you in a year, right? Like, this is your future spouse for your whole future. The whole thing, right? All right, so our last two clues for cards, we have, has a triple syllable first name. Now that's I don't know, I guess that's kind of common, but it's a good clue, because there's a lot of just 2-syllable names. But like, so a 3-1 would be like what? Like Jeremy, Amanda, Erica, Gregory, you know, something like that. Like, I mean, I guess I could just sit here and list a bunch, but you get the picture, right? We also have at least 1/3 of their body is covered in tattoos. Okay, so like 1/3, I guess, would be like an arm and a leg, right? Or like their arm, like a sleeve, right? And then like down their side, right? Kind of like that. Like where, yeah, I guess that would be like 1/3, right? It's kind of hard. So it's kind of a hard measurement, but obviously that'll be something that you'll notice. Like, you know, you'll be like, oh, they have like 2 sleeves and some chest pieces and a back piece. Like, okay, that's like, you know, pretty much a third. Something like that. So keep your eye out for that. Okay. Let's see if we get anything else kind of weird here. I do find it interesting that these two, and that's, okay, yeah, so these two, part of their identity is hidden, right? And then this one is really only showing half of their face, right? It's not like a full on, so like these 3 are kind of mysterious, and she's got like a hat on, you know. So, I mean, I guess the mask really, we're all wearing masks, you know, but it's something like maybe something to do with like half their identity is like different, or like not different, I mean like kind of hidden, and it's not like in a bad way, but like they just don't really want to like put themselves out there all the way. Like maybe they don't have like a large social media kind of thing. Like maybe they only really have like an Instagram and they like barely go on it. Something like that. Like I don't feel like it's like, oh, they're hiding their identity or anything, but I feel like they're kind of like not closed off, but they just don't really care. They don't really care to be a part of that. They don't really have anything to try to boost or market or anything. They don't really have a reason to be bothered, and except for like really news and just catching up on their friends and family. But I feel like they have like a low profile. I guess that's what I'm saying. Like a low profile on social media. That's what I'm getting from that. All right. Let's see what the charms want to tell us. I'm trying to just get a few. I still haven't gotten a new bowl. It's in my mixing bowl. I'm ashamed. Okay. Oh. Okay, interesting. Okay, so we have the 2. The High Priestess. It's a very good card. It's like my favorite card ever in the whole deck, I think, the High Priestess. She's just awesome. You know, it's like what I strive to be. Just to have all-knowing in yourself. To just know who you are and what you're gonna take and what you're not gonna take from people, and not be ashamed of any of it. You know, like that is like the goal, ultimate goal, to be the High Priestess. So this has a lot to do with intuition. So I feel like it's bringing that up because you're going to know probably immediately. And if you are thinking of someone, you need to listen to your intuition. You can tell if you're trying to make something happen or if it really is your gut telling you this is happening, right? And I know it's hard to admit it a lot of times, but I have tried to like gain that ability to be able to differentiate, like, am I just trying to tell myself that, oh yes, I feel this in my gut, you know, and I know I don't. And it's a hard pill to swallow, but you kind of have to. So maybe that's like telling you, that's like a wink and a nod to maybe do that. And, you know, if this isn't the right person, you got to get your mind off of that person because you're missing out on your person then, because you're focusing on the wrong one, you know. Okay, so we have, this is like attached, so am I supposed to know what that is? You guys, what is that? What is that? How did this get in here? I thought they were numbers. Okay, so that is your guess. What the actual is that? What is that? Someone comment and tell me what that is. Why would this be in the numbers? And it's like an actual thing. It's not like a equals or divide or... I'm gonna have to like take that out unless you guys want to like decide what that is. If you want to comment below and tell me what you want this to stand for, then it'll stand for that forever now, because I don't know what that is. So interesting, right? Interesting. It's almost like a mystery, just like your person. Remember, your person intrigues me. It's like intriguing me now. Like, what is that? And I feel like maybe that's, what does that have to, I don't know. What is that? Can someone tell me? I'm like totally thrown off right now. Does this have something to do with your person? Like, are you gonna, maybe this is how you're gonna feel. Like, maybe when you first meet your person, they're gonna like tell a joke, or they're gonna like say something so strange where you're just gonna be like actually lost for words, when you're gonna be like, oh, what is this? Like, what is this? I feel like this is very prominent, my feeling right now, because I'm ultimately confused on what that object is and how it got in my charms. I thought they were numbers. My mom like gave me a couple of these little number magnets, and I was like, sure, yeah, I'll throw them in there. What is this, Mom? What is this, Mother? Anyway, we have a noisemaker, okay, just to show you how it works. So there's something calling your attention. So again, I'm and the mystery, I'm just gonna put that with that. It's something to do with your intuition. What's happening? Someone fill me in. Your intuition and something calling your attention and this mysterious object. What's going on? Like, what if you get like a mysterious like package in the mail or something? Please let me know. I am curious now. Okay, and then our last two is very childlike, innocent, like charms for me. So it's very comforting. This is from my Little Pony ice cream shoe. They had a shoe shop. It was an ice cream shop shaped like a shoe. I don't know. Now that I'm older, I think back and I don't understand, but at the time it made sense. They lived in a giant shoe, okay? And so that kind of, and it's like, you know, comforting to me. Like, this little object will always symbolize like comfort, like an innocent time when everything made sense, you know? So maybe this is saying, you know, this is a weird mystery going on, but then you're gonna find comfort and you're gonna be like, oh, it all makes sense now. So maybe you just need to hear that some sort of thing is like comfort is coming, and definitely like something you'll enjoy, you know, because like even if this didn't even make sense for you, like the My Little Pony part, it's a Sunday and a cuddly little teddy bear. Like, can you be sad eating ice cream and squeezing a teddy bear? Like, I don't think so. Maybe. But I'd find it pretty hard. So there's something like, maybe, you know, maybe you need to hear this. There's something calling your attention, and maybe it's this actual little thing of charms, this reading, you know, saying, listen to your gut. There's something you're missing. Something is not as it seems, and comfort is on its way, but there's something you got to deal with, I guess. And once you do that, like it's right there waiting for you, okay, like right on the other side. Okay, let's ask the pendulum, what color eyes? I'm trying to do it a little softer because it just swings forever, so I'm trying not to swing the pendulum too hard. Okay, come on, pendulum. What color eyes should the viewer be looking for? They have like possibly, let's see, they had the dark and light hair, so it's like they somehow have both, you know. Maybe they do. Maybe they have like the asymmetrical or the symmetrical different, you know, colors, like the Sia type of look, you know, that singer. Okay, so we have blue eyes. Interesting, okay? So maybe they do have the lighter hair, but they dye it slightly darker, okay? Because blue eyes, normally it's like for lighter colored hair. I mean, there are random, you know, so yeah, you don't know. And plus people wear contacts, so it gets a little hard, you know, it gets a little hard to be on the lookout for a specific hair color and eye color because they're all changeable. Alrighty. And we're looking for one extra clue, please and thank you. A clue that the viewer will be able to spot. Something very helpful to the viewer, please. Give us what they need. Okay, are we there? All right, looks like we're staying. They love science. Okay, hello. We had all these science cards, remember? Science. Science. More science. So there's something to do with the analyzing, the scientific side of stuff, the very fine details, you know? They're looking into things, getting down into the gritty, the nitty gritty. Is that what they say? I don't know. So yeah, that is super helpful actually, and validates what I was thinking, that they like that type of the details, you know? Science is all about the mundane details and really getting into it, you know? Not just guesses, actual facts, you know? So that is what I have for you. I hope that helped. If not, check out other videos. I should have quite a few up by now. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys take care and have a good night.